Hello, Sentinel viewers. This is Mr. Wendell, and welcome to this edition of the Sentinel Internet News webcast. We have a special guest today. We have Russ Touchberry. They used to call him Rotund Russ, but they don't call him that anymore because this boy. How many pounds have you lost?
Oh, I dropped about 30 pounds since that time, but I'm still a little rotund from
right?
our leadership Dorchester days.
Russ Touchberry, how you doing, Russ?
Hey, so good to be here, Wendell.
Oh, you know, Russ is running for Mayor of Summerville, and recently we had Dickie Milo on, and so now it's time for Russ. It's Russ time. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Russ.
Well, Wendell, you probably know this better than most, but for the audience, the Touchberries came to Summerville when my dad took a coaching job at Summerville High School. He coached basketball, football, and track for many years.
Our arch enemies.
Well, that's true. He did coach at
I'm just
Stall.
teasing, Coach.
He coached at Stall before that. But that's when the Touchberry family came here. That was in the late 70s. And I was born and raised here in Summerville, had a great childhood growing up with my brothers and sister, and really just loved the community. After attending Summerville Elementary School, Austin Middle School, and then I went to Fort Dorchester when my dad moved there to be the first athletic director.
Right.
After that, I went to the Citadel and got my engineering degree.
What company?
I was in Charlie Company. We were known for being the casual cats, as a matter of fact.
No, I was in D Company.
Oh my goodness! Well,
Yeah,
so we were in the first battalion.
Holiday and
Yeah, we were in the first battalion together. But at the Citadel, I got an engineering degree, and I've been working in the transportation industry ever since as an engineer. 10 of those years I worked with the Department of Transportation.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and 5 of those years I was in headquarters with the Department of Transportation. But my wife and I, we moved back here in 2013 to raise my daughter Sage and our son Beckham. And we were just happy to be back here in our town, raising our kids here.
Like being back in Somerville, what has changed as far as the community is concerned?
Oh my goodness, I think everybody who's from here has seen a drastic change over time. As a matter of fact, I grew up kind of off of Gayhagen Road in a place called Oak Knoll.
Right.
And when I was growing up, the Gayhagen Road was a dirt road going into Summerville, and there was a wooden bridge over the Sawmill Branch. So I've seen it grow from that to where we are today. Currently, there are 55,000 roughly people who live in Summerville, but there are 246,000 people who have a Summerville address. So those are people who have a Summerville address but don't actually live in our municipal boundaries. So growth has happened all around us, and it's put a lot of strain on our quality of life, and that's really one of the reasons why I believe I'm a great candidate for mayor, is to bring solutions, especially infrastructure solutions, to help us address these growing pains.
You know, Somerville is like 5 or 6 mini towns. How do you propose putting all those things together, and you have Nexton coming in?
I think that's a great question. We have to work together with all of our partners on a plan, a strategic plan for each of our unique areas. You know, we have several different community areas like Nexton. We have the Brownsville community. We have Oak Brook. We have Knightsville, and we have our historic downtown. Each of those need their own unique plan to preserve the quality of life, but also help each of our community members thrive economically.
So what do you think is going to happen after some of these big road projects be completed? You have the Maple Street project, and you have the Berlin G. Myers project. Those are big ones that's going to move a lot of people around.
Those are big projects, and they're very important. Without them, we're going to have a lot of strain on our infrastructure. With them, we're going to shift the burden of all those vehicles to different places. I'm currently working with our Council of Governments to help alleviate some of the traffic on Main Street. When you're in Berkeley County towards I-26, that's where Berlin Myers comes back into Main Street on that north side. We're working with Berkeley County, Supervisor Cribb, and the Council of Governments.
By Walmart, y'all.
Yeah, by Walmart. to help alleviate and study that traffic. hopefully we can relieve some of the pressure, because it does. We used to get across Summerville in about 5 minutes, but now it takes you about 45 minutes if everybody's out there to get from one side of Summerville to the other, and that's just not healthy for our town.
You know, when you go into some of these new subdivisions, it seems like, you know, they're roads all to themselves. How do you think you're going to be able to tie that group in, especially when you go to the next, and, you know, that's just totally, because half of it is, well, most of it is in Berkeley County. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a lot of communication. It's going to take us working with our community leaders, but also the county council members from those areas as well. Mm-hmm. If we don't all work together, there's no way we can deliver for our citizens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of communication.
So tell me about the schools.
Oh my goodness, it was interesting. I talked to Dr. Robbins, who's the superintendent for DD2, just last week, and we have to engage the school district. We have to engage our county council partners in all of our planning. We need to be thinking of regional planning, not just our own town planning, because everything we do from a decision standpoint affects each entity, whether it be the county or the school district. And, you know, my parents were both working in DD2 education system. Of course, my dad was PE teacher, coach, and athletic director, but my mom was a teacher's aide at Summerville Elementary School. And my sister was a first grade teacher also in DD2. We need to help support our teachers, and the student to teacher ratio is a big part of helping support them so that they can be successful serving our students.
Mm-hmm. Coach Touchberry, y'all cheat us back in 1977. Okay, I'm back.
Coach Touchberry had a pretty good record, didn't he?
Yeah, he was pretty good. The question, I guess, next is going to be what we're going to do as far as the library is concerned. People still trying to find places for that library, or have they come up with a definitive decision with that?
You know what's interesting? The county was working with the YMCA, which I think is a great partnership.
Right.
The town, of course, is involved because the downtown library that was a part of the referendum is going to be in downtown Summerville to make sure it's accessible for the residents in that area. That discussion is still ongoing. I think the county is evaluating several different pieces of property, including the Y property. Mm-hmm. We need a downtown library. We need a spot where our children can ride their bikes and go to the library and spend time and have a safe place. And I'm committed to help the county as well as the YMCA, if it's on their property, make that happen. I think it's very important for us to have an accessible library for all of us.
So tell me, what do you think about the preservation of downtown Summerville?
The preservation is extremely important for downtown. I think there's some great examples of preservation done well. The Public Works Arts Center is one of those. The YMCA, my wife's family helped donate that YMCA, downtown YMCA, which was the old Coca-Cola factory, donate that to the Y. And that's been repurposed. We look at the old Summerville High School or Rawlings Elementary School or Rawlings School of the Arts, and what it's done, the school districts turned that into a beautiful district office. This is very important for us, and we need to be conscious of preserving what makes us unique every step of the way. We do need reinvestment in our downtown to create better opportunities for our shop owners and our business community, but we can't do that at the peril of losing our identity that makes us so special.
What do you think about proposed athletic facilities?
Oh my God, well, you know me, being from an athletic family, I think our youth deserve first-class athletic facilities. I was in a barbershop the other day, just Saturday, speaking with a gentleman, and he educated me on the fact that Austin Middle School doesn't have public basketball goals anymore. And he was explaining that some of our youth have to go to Lincolnville to actually have some pickup basketball games. That broke my heart. We need recreation facilities for all of us. I remember playing at Austin and had a blast back there, and I thought it was still available and accessible, but it's not. We need first-class athletic facilities. Sports are the foundation of Summerville. Coach McKissick, teamwork, the community pride that we have in athletics, and we've had some special professional athletes come from here. And I know you were a pretty good basketball player yourself.
Until his daddy cheated that one game and he lost in 1977. I'm just playing. With
I'm
you.
thinking
just
I'm
cutting
thinking
food.
back of some of the people. You know, you better be careful. Chopper Coleman may come
My-
down here and whoop you because he
My-
loves my dad
My
now.
cousin.
Yeah.
My cousin Chopper.
But anyway, we need first class, in my opinion, recreation facilities. It gives our kids a great place to grow up, to work together. Teamwork is very important in the development of our youth, and you learn leadership when you're out there as well. All of those factors into a healthy community for the long term.
Well, this was a little small mini communication with Russ to let my viewership know what Russ is about and what he stands for. Russ, if you have anything else that you want to say to the people, go ahead.
Well, Wendell, I just love this community. I love growing up here. I love raising my family here. And I want it to be a place where my kids feel welcome and they're able to raise their families in a safe and vibrant community. I have some information here, but the big thing is I want you to know my cell phone number so that you'll reach out if you have any questions. It's 843-693-8707. I want to hear from everybody in our community. Feedback helps us make decisions that are best for the town. So please vote for me in November, and I just appreciate the time with you, Wendell.
Well, that's it, Sentinel viewers. Coach Touchberry, I was just playing with you now. That's it, Sentinel viewers. And for Russ Touchberry, I'm Wendell Nolan saying bye.
Thank you.